What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Summer Career Mode. It's episode number 43. Big slip up away to Rico in our last game, in the last episode. Lots of games to get through today. 10 remaining in the Premier League. We are 3 behind Man City in the race for a Champions League place, but crucially 8 clear of Brentford in our race for European football of some kind. Today I want to get us in the top 4 and have the best possible chance of Champions League football triangle for next season. Plus there's the small matter of the FA Cup quarter-final. Third time we got there in a row as we'll take on the now Championship side Wolves away at Molineux with a chance of reaching Wembley. So yeah, lots of games to get through today. We'll jump straight into our first one on the back of our draw against the Sky Blues, back in the triangle where we are of course far stronger against a struggling Crystal Palace at home. Come on, Hughes. Just looking at the team pre-game as well. Again, you know, the way this team has developed. I often say that like in an RTG, there's like one season where you notice more development more than any other, and to me it's been this season. Like when you look at the growth of some of the individuals in the team for this season, I think this has been the year we've had the quickest growth, but it's kind of gone how we expected it as well, because I often say with youth players, when you first get them out of the academy and you're playing them every single week and they're doing well, but the growth is just so slow. I mean, it's so sluggish. It's like a Jock's commentary. But it's so slow, and it's like, come on, get a move on, do you know what I mean? But it takes for a while, but when they get to like the mid to high 70s, that's when you start seeing them grow, especially when you get to 80 plus, and that's what we're seeing now. Higgins is now 81, Lowe is now, I think, 80 or 81, Dior is going to turn 80 next season. It's the way it goes, man. So with youth players, I know it takes a long time, but genuinely, it's one of those where you've just got to be patient. Eventually, they'll start kicking on. This is the year where it's happened for us in quick succession. That's a cracking little through ball, that. And I think, yeah, looking to try and turn Malik. Rolls it back inside. Oh, I didn't get the auto switch I wanted there. As Harvey Elliott drills home the leveller for Crystal Palace. Obviously going out on loan for this season. Harvey Elliott, very interested to see how he gets on there. And he's one of those players who, you know, he needs to start kicking on. He's always had raw talent. Believe me, he made his debut against my team, Millwall. He's always had that raw talent, but now in his early 20s, he's got to start kicking on really and get that first team football week in, week out. He should get it now, hopefully, going out on loan. But here at Palace, find the leveller, and I have absolutely collapsed here. Spencer with the block, still tied at 1-1. We have surrendered so many leads and so many points from leading positions this season. If we don't make the Champions League, that'll be the reason why. Michael Higgins says if we do get to the Champions League, I'll be the reason why. Back in front. It's amazing to think that Harvey Elliott still hasn't had a cap yet for the England national team. He's won many things at youth level for the country, and he's won many things with Liverpool as a squad player, but I think he and Tuchel would tell him as well he needs to play regularly if he is going to be part of his plans going forward. But for us in this game right now, leading by 1, what we want to do is go forward, get ourselves a third goal, and surely wrap these points up. Higgins is chasing what would be his first hat-trick of the season, and he almost got it. Great save by Jorgensen, and the corner prevented. Still leading by 1, but based on our defence recently, I think we need another goal. Speaking of Aston Villa, by the way, I know that Conser came out recently and said as Dior blocks that shot there, the PSR has kind of hindered them massively in this summer window, and obviously we know that. Oh, that's a great ball through, and there it is. I said it, there it is. Palace are going to score again, and it is that man again. That's what guaranteed first team football can do for a player of his ability. 2-2. It's the final 10 minutes, and Palace looking to claim a big point in their bid to survive. And for us, another 2 points dropped. Second game in a row where we've been leading and we've surrendered the points. 2 separate leads in the... Oh, what a save, Jamie. 2 separate leads in the game. And we've thrown them both away. And we're going to lose this. I'm giving Palace chances. They've taken it. You cannot give away that many chances at this level. Imagine us doing this against PSG or Real Madrid. We would get spanked 5 or 6-0. Embarrassing. Embarrassing, embarrassing, embarrassing. Awful. Absolutely diabolical. No way are we making the Champions League. There's 9 games to go. We still mathematically have a chance, but all I'm thinking about now is just 5th, 6th, 7th. Europa or Conference League. Just make sure you don't drop that like I've just dropped 5 points in these last 2 games. Right, following game, we'll jump into an international break, and then directly after that, it's going to be Wolves away at Molineux, and can't afford to drop it in this game here, because it's the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, no second chances. And after being rejected from the Carabao Cup final due to that silly glitch a couple episodes ago, I don't want to miss our first chance at a semi-final place in the FA Cup and get into Wembley for the first time since our playoff finals in Season 1 and 2. Wolves, now a Championship side, but really with the team they've got, it's more like a Premier League team. Vitor Pereira's side at Molineux, where we are 90 minutes away from the FA Cup semi-final for the first time in club history. Let's not bottle it here, get back to anyways. Come on, Eagles. I mean, this team is almost as strong as ours in terms of the ratings going through the player performance section. And the guy they've got up top, by the way, I think is the pre-gen of Cunha, as his shot is saved there by Gray. So it's a decent team, and you often see it when a team goes down to the Championship. Unlike in Football Manager, which of course has a far more realistic transfer market, those players won't request a transfer. They don't care that they're dropping to the second tier, unlike they would in real life, of course. So that's why, as Higgins gets away, oh, what a finish that is past Sam Johnson. You'll often see teams in the second tier and you think, hang on a minute, they're better than me. They've still got all their star players, but we've kept hold of our star players since the very beginning, and there is your reason why, man. Weaker right foot, past Sam Johnson in a flash, but the accuracy on that, finding the roof of the net from 18 yards, off balance, under pressure. I'll say it once again, world class, wouldn't swap him for anyone. In front, 10 minutes in. Obviously, if this title was a realistic career mode, the realistic career mode, the realistic summer career mode, however we title it, then we would have sold Higgins by now. Like, we would have sold him to an Arsenal or a Chelsea. What a ball that is. And there is the Cunha pre-gen of a brilliant finish, like Manchester United fans will be hoping is play he's modelled on will be doing for them at Old Trafford this season. But yeah, Higgins will stay with us till the end of the save, and hopefully he'll be able to get us another goal, because once again Oxford United are guilty of taking a lead and surrendering it. Third straight game. To quote Mick McCarthy, it can't go on like this. Well, I guess it can. The defence has just taken a massive step back, and I often mention that, like, for me it's again more of a mental thing, really. Like, technically my defence is alright, but physically it's good, but mentally I'm constantly dragging players out of position, not in the right areas. Gray makes a good save there, and that's why I give away so many good chances. Not half chances, but good chances. I mean, we had 3 shots on target in 40 minutes. This is a Championship side. Granted, it's a good Championship side, but come on. Your defence has got to be a lot stronger than that. Come on, Harris, come with me. Come with me. Harris, come with me. There we go. Easy money. Take your time, son. Yeah. Oh, well. Little lucky. Had to clip it in off the post, but still managed to find the back of the net in the process. He loves the cups, Harris. He's got another one. I start him in practically every cup game because he always seems to get me a goal, or at least an assist. He lives for the cups, Luke Harris. And as the second half begins, well, based on how our defence has been recently, we're going to need another goal. We're going to need a third goal, and let's get this tie wrapped up. Low. Oh, great hold up by Higgins. Can he finish? Yeah! Can he finish? This is Michael Higgins, mate. He could finish a 3-course meal with 2 desserts. I don't know what I'm talking about. What a finish, though. His second shot of the game, which rifles in off the woodwork. But this is the best of the bunch, man. All 3 goals have been super strikes, and this has been a super offensive display. Surely that is going to put the Wolves to sleep, out of the cup, and Oxford into the semis. When EA booted us out of the Carabao Cup final, I was fuming. But as I mentioned in the last episode, whilst it wasn't my fault, it was now my responsibility to do something about that. We picked ourselves up, we moved straight on, and we put it right in the FA Cup. 3 straight victories in the 3 rounds we have afterwards, all against the EFL sides, granted, but still needed to do the job, and did. First time in club history into the semi-finals of the FA Cup, and now we're going to Wembley. EA, you are not taking this one away from me. Cardiff were in the quarterfinals as well. I'm not sure if they would have got through their tie. Burnley knocked out by Liverpool. So there were 3 EFL sides remaining, to be fair. And they've got Manchester United in the tie tomorrow. So it'll either be Chelsea, Liverpool, or one of Cardiff or Manchester United in the final 4. So unless the Bluebirds pull off a big shock there, we'll definitely be big underdogs for whoever we could face. And it's going to be Liverpool in the semi-finals. Yeah, so whoever we would have faced, it would be incredibly tough. Probably the toughest team we could have had. And whilst it's great to get to the semi-finals, I was targeting it this season. FA Cup semis, we've done it. I'm not sure if we will get to that first ever domestic cup final in club history. Still should have been that EFL Cup. You gotta let it go, Doxy boy, man. You gotta let it go, son. It's in the past. You gotta move past it. Right, following game, and we'll move into this as well. Big one too. Back at the Triangle, but no wins in our last 2 in the Premier League. 2 big slip-ups at home to Crystal Palace and away against Coventry. Now taking on Brentford. 6 behind Aston Villa. 9 games to go. We still have a shot at Champions League football. Personally, I would say if we're going to do it, we need to win at least 7 of our final 9 games. That is going to be incredibly tricky with some tough games to come. Starting here, Brentford having a good season and an outside shot of a European place this season. Keith Andrews' side as we look for revenge after they kind of knocked us out. kind of knocked us out in the Carabao Cup semis. Come on, the U's. 7 wins in 9 games. Is that doable? Yeah. But I don't know. We'll do our best. But I think, as we have been mentioning, to be fair, recently, 5th, 6th, 7th, that is the more likely, best possible scenario for us from here. Just making sure we don't off the line, totally drop the ball in the remaining games and drop into 8th. And again, Brentford are one of those teams that could take us out of the Europa League or Conference League spots. They're right behind us now. So a long throw, which I mean is going to take. We've not scored from any of them since the save began. They're so, because you just can't, like for example, if I put Forson in here, for example, and try and angle a few players next to the goalkeeper, he'll run away. He just runs away. So you can't do set piece routines from long throws. As Higgins heads that one over. And back in the day, if you put your player next to the goalkeeper, like you could do with Jethro Willems, long throw hero, back in like FIFA 13, I think it was, the keeper might fumble the ball if you have a big and strong striker. But now keepers have like plus 99 strength, so they very rarely drop the ball. Long throws, they don't really work. And I guess I'm just reminiscent for the days of Rory Delap. You can't really do that in FC nowadays. Yes, the art of the long throw, I would say, is not necessarily dead, but it's having a long sleep, you know, and it's going to take someone very interesting to try and get it back to the effectiveness that it was with Stoke City, with Rory Delap. That, to me, was prime Barclays, by the way. A lot of people have debates about when prime Barclays was. That was prime Barclays for me. Stoke City's long throws were a staple of that, if you will. But half an hour in, still 0-0, and as things stand, another game we failed to win in the Premier League. I'm going to say this, I'm not going to be too dramatic either. If we fail to win this, Champions League football is definitely not coming. What a ball that is, Fabio Carvalho. Is he going to go out playing? No, kept in. And played short to him. Oh, what a turn. Konate literally always scores against me. There's a lot of players I've struggled against in this year's FC. He is one of the biggest. I cannot stop this guy. 10 goals in 29 games. I think about 8 of those have come against me, or it certainly feels that way, honestly. I can't stop him. Every single time I face Brentford, he gets at least a goal against me, man. Just cannot stop him. Can we get one late chance before the break here? Dolan slipped through, should win that first, and does now. Can he finish? No, but Higgins can't turn in a rebound either. Conference League, ain't even going to get that. We've got time to turn this around, but not a lot of it. Oh, Dolan, yes, come on! 15 minutes to win this, come on! Oh, we're not going to lose this, are we? Come on, surely not. We've battled back to seemingly claim a point, but it's that man again! It's that man again! What a tackle, Masengo, my goodness. Hang on, whoa. Higgins! Higgins for the win! Come on! Yes! Final kick of the game! And it's the boy wonder to the rescue again! On one end, Konate running forward. Masengo with an incredible game-saving last-ditch tackle. On the other, quick counter. And Higgins keeps his composure and bends it past Di Gregorio for the winner. When the defender came across that, I was in two minds. Either offload to Jefferson or try and bend it round him. I think it actually went through the legs. What I do know is it hit the back of the net. Oxford United have won it with the final kick of the game. I've said before, I wish EA would not have you line up for the kickoff when a goal is scored so deep into stoppage time when you know there's no chance for an opposition attack. Just blow the whistle, man. Call it a walk-off winner. Blow the whistle. It'll make the late game celebrations so much better if you know you go straight into the post-match celebrations after the late goal celebrations. Oh, you know, I said 7 wins needed from 9. There's 1 of 7, but my goodness, we made hard work of it, didn't we? Come back in 15 minutes, and the U's keep their Champions League dreams alive. Right, we'll do 2 or 3 more games today. Let's jump into the following game. Burnley at home. I think it's at home, or is it at Turf Moor? Well, you see anyway. Taking on the Clarity, Scott Parker side. Goodness gracious, we got to play better than this though if we are to keep our CL dreams alive, and crucially, we've got to start defending better and shut teams out. Following game, Burnley, I think it's at the Triangle. Come on to use. I think the last clean sheet I had was about 6 games ago against Leicester. It's not going to cut it, let's be honest here. It's not going to cut it, man. Got to defend better than that. And there's Warner, takes it round his man. He'll play a lovely slip ball through to Higgins. Because the thing is, I know I'm going to score. I know I'm going to score when this guy's bearing down on goal. He's not, oh my goodness gracious. He's not going to miss. He might clip it off the woodwork, but he'll always score. But defence, that's the key now. If we're going to do it, we need rock solid defence. 20 for the season for Higgins. Again, he won the Golden Boot last year, even though it didn't technically count. Because for some reason they gave it Haaland, who scored the same amount of goals, just with 1 fewer game. But this season, I need to get him it, man. Like, he needs officially a Golden Boot. That's another objective between now and the end of the season, end of save. Get Higgins a Golden Boot. That's a lovely little ball through that. Burnley are going to, no, not ruin a clean sheet. Cumming makes the save. And with 18 to play, well, this is going to be our first clean sheet in a while. And Lord knows I would take it as we aim to see out these points along with the clean sheet. So, and again, because of how tight it is right now in the table, it may well come down to goal difference. And it would be so cruel if we miss out on Champions League football due to a worse GD. So I cannot afford to drop goals with poor defence, man. I've got to make sure... Is that a pen? No, it's not. Our defence stays very, very strong in our remaining games. Am I wrong for thinking that should have been a penalty there? It felt as though Dodo was going to go through before the trip happened. And granted, it was accidental. But I think that should have been a penalty, personally. As Deal heads away that cross and Jefferson flicks onto Warner. I just want to get Higgins that hat-trick. How have we played the whole season with Higgins being, you know, for the most part on fire, and he hasn't scored a single hat-trick yet? That's pretty amazing. He won't get many chances, but he might get one late here. Higgins, this is it. This is it for the match ball. He's got it. Was it ever in doubt? Well, I thought he could have had a chance with a spot kick. He said, no, I'll score it from open play. There it is. First hat-trick of the season for Higgins. Took a while, but he's got one. And Oxford United have wrapped up 3 points and a 3-0 victory for our first clean sheet in a while as well. A Higgins hat-trick, a superb display, and our Champions League dreams remaining alive, heading in to the final games of this season. Right, let's try and squeeze in a couple more if we can, but at least one more following game, possibly the biggest remaining as well. Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge, where with 7 to play, we are behind Aston Villa by a point. Crucially now, with 10 clear of Arsenal in 8, so I do feel confident in saying that Europa League or Conference League seems to be a lock from here, but with a chance at a Champions League place, I'll be gutted if we fail to take it from here. Next up though, a team chasing the title away from home, so not feeling confident of a win here. I'd certainly take just a point. Next up, Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge. Come on, use. You know, it's worth pointing out that we've actually got a really good record against Chelsea. You know, Chelsea and Manchester United, we've got a decent record against. We have lost to them. Don't get me wrong. We lost to them at the Triangle this season too. Worth pointing out, our first loss at the Triangle this year, but. Oh, Higgins, brilliantly done! Excellent save by James Trafford after a brilliant piece of technique and strength from the man up top. But yeah, I fancy us against Chelsea, you know. Even if we're away here, if they're chasing the title, again, our record against them, despite the loss early this season, is actually really smart. As Teddy rolls through Tyrese for the opener, Trafford again. Another great save by Manchester City's. Oh, Forson, you're onside there, mate. New man between the sticks. And Forson, wow, what a miss. Totally onside, and goodness gracious. I feel very confident someone's going to win this game as well. It's not going to finish 0-0. Great clean sheet in our last game, but Chelsea's attack, Openda, I was speaking about Konate earlier as a striker I always struggle against. Openda as well. That Belgian is always putting one past me. As it's still 0-0 here, but would he get one today as Diaby gives it to him, and there it is. It's like I spoke it into existence. Lois Openda with the finish, Chelsea in front. They're chasing a championship. We can't be too surprised. We're behind in their backyard. For Dolan as well, I don't know if you caught it, but during that chance we had in the first half, stayed down and did get an injury, so taking him off. I've got a feeling that's going to be him done for the season, you know, based on the animation. I think that's him out for the campaign now, and that's going to give us a much worse chance at making it through the FA Cup semi-final against Liverpool and getting us into the Champions League places as well. As Alex Baena tries to dance around Karamoko Dembele, and the Spaniard with excellent ball control clips one to the edge, chested down by Fofana. Trevor Chalobah finds that man again. Openda hits it straight into the midriff to Patayari, gets it back again, takes his time, offloads to Felix, shot blocked, gets the rebound, 2-0 Chelsea. Just haven't had the fortune in this one, and the Blues have definitely won it now. To be fair, I've been second best all game long. I can't complain. Chelsea with the win. Well, I did feel like this might be the most difficult game remaining this season, and based on the pattern of play, I feel like I was right in that judgment as well. Enzo Maresca's side keep their championship charge alive. A 2-0 defeat at Stamford Bridge as the Blues complete the season sweep and deliver a massive blow to our Champions League hopes. I don't like to end on a loss, as you know, so let's do one more game and we will finish on this and hopefully finish a return to winning ways as well. Next up, the first team that beat us all season long, Brighton at the Triangle, where if we are to be a top 4 team now, I think we might need to go 100% in our final 6 games in order to do it. So let's not drop the ball here and then on back-to-back games without a win, but instead get a big 3 points and keep our top 4 hopes alive. Our final game today, Brighton at home. Come on to use. And with Dolan done for the season now as well with a broken toe. I don't know if I'll be able to show it in this episode, but I'll definitely... Where are my teammates? Here we are. I'll definitely show it in the finale. Oh, what a... that Lithuanian winger, Butkus, who we've had our eyes on throughout the course of the past couple of years, up to 77 overall now. So when he comes back, he'll be the same rating as Dolan, and he will take Tyrese's place for next season. Anyway, as Brighton are through, and this should be one. It's pegged back, and it's finished. And Zeballos there, thank goodness he didn't touch it, otherwise that would have been chalked off for offside. But Brighton in front, and this is what I was afraid of, man. 1 loss becoming 2, 2 becoming 3. If that happens, we ain't making top 4. The big problem we have is our heads drop when we concede a goal or we have a loss, and it's so hard to get back on the winning wagon. And when things are good, it's like, oh yeah, party time, man. But when just one little blow happens... Oh, what a great save coming on Ekitike. It's like, mentally, we're just beat. Do you know what I mean? And I say this a lot, but like with young teams, that often does happen. And I know there's nothing in the game coded in to make that the way, but it is kind of nice for the realism. You know, it's like, Ekitike gets Brighton 2-0 up, but it's right on cue. Right on cue. We concede one, and so often we'll concede another straight afterwards, man. The heads have dropped. And for Oxford United, that defeat at Chelsea might well be the big blow that sparks a poor run that prevents us making the Champions League. It's the new Liverpool forward who's looked brilliant since coming in from Frankfurt. 2-0 Brighton. And I already feel as though it's over. Trying to get away from Patayari. Does, down this right-hand side. And if Brighton make it 3, don't forget, because of how tight it is, it may well come down to goal difference, and that's why this kind of defeat is just not going to do us any favours at all. Half an hour to play. I've had a shocker. I've had an absolute shocker in this game. Sometimes I'll say I've been a bit unlucky, haven't had a rub of the green, and I think that's a fair assessment. This game, no such thing as bad luck, just a diabolical defensive display. and I deserve exactly what's come my way. Ezekiel Zeballos makes it 3, boos around a triangle, fans getting up to leave. I don't blame them one bit, I feel like joining them as well. What did I say against Chelsea? Oh, I don't like to end on a defeat. Let's play one more. 3-0 home loss to Brighton is the next one. Oh, it's going to be 4, isn't it? Dear, oh dear. I've had an absolute shocker out there, man. Seriously, I often say I don't sweep anything under the rug. If I've played poorly, you're going to see it. This is one of my worst performances of this save, let alone the season. This is embarrassingly bad. How are we going to beat Liverpool in the FA Cup semi next week, playing like this? It's 3, but it could easily be 5 or 6. It was supposed to be the game we'd get back on track with a big win. Instead, we were thrashed and humiliated at home. A 3-0 loss to Brighton, back-to-back defeats, no goals in our last 2 games, and I'd probably say now, our chance of making the Champions League has all but gone. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Summer Career, guys. Big fan of you, hope you enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Myself, you'll have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next episode with the penultimate episode of Season 5, where we'll play most of our remaining 5 Premier League games, still having the outside shot at top 4 place, but mainly just trying to cling on to a Europa League place and that FA Cup semi-final for the first time in club history as we'll face Liverpool at Wembley. Have a brilliant day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the penultimate episode of Season 5 very soon.